Well, it's time to get the mini truck back to the homestead and get it repaired. So we've had this mini truck for a while. It died on us about 2 years ago, and we had to put it in storage. We had a bunch of stuff going on. It took the back burner. We were moving, and then we had Gina's surgery, so it wasn't a priority, but now it is a priority again, and Gina is looking forward to having it on the farm.
Yeah, I think we should paint it, do a spray and bed liner, do a few upgrades to it.
I think the first thing we need to worry about is getting it running.
Oh.
The paint, the lift, and everything else can come later on. When it died, I ordered a tune-up kit, so I got spark plugs, I got an ignition cap, got ignition wires, I got a rebuild kit for the carburetor, and then I also bought a carburetor so we can try either one. I think one of the things that was happening is when the fuel tank gets not completely empty, but when it gets low, I don't know if there's junk in the fuel tank and it picks up stuff and then it dies, because that's what happened before. And that's what happened this time. And then when I put more gas in it, or maybe I didn't put more gas in it, I don't remember now, it's been a while. It just wasn't running. So today I need to get it unloaded, see what is going on. We have a flat tire on this side, so we got to get air in it. We need to get it, probably the battery charged, and see what's going on. The big reason we got this mini truck is, I believe it's like a 1980 or 88 Daihatsu Hijet, but it is left-hand drive like all of the other vehicles here in the US. This one was actually made to sell in the US with a left-hand drive. It's standard, but it also has a dump body, which is really awesome. It's not four-wheel drive, which is kind of one bummer about it, but I really like having a dump body. We need to get a tailgate for it. It never came with a tailgate, and I've looked for them on and off, and I could never find one online. So if you guys have a connection for a Daihatsu Hijet tailgate, let me know, because a tailgate would come in handy. But we definitely need this now on the farm with everything. It'll be really good for cleaning out the stalls, making our compost piles, moving hay around, going up to the garden.
Well, we'd have to make a bridge, I think, if we're gonna go to the garden with it.
Go to the garden with it, or we just put a big lift on it with some bigger tires.
And I need to learn how to drive it.
Right.
I did start to learn how to drive this a little bit, and then Al decided he was going to break it, so I hadn't got much time behind the wheel. So I'm hoping we can get it fixed, and then I can learn, and I have a lot more space to try it out on here.
So this is a standard, but it is geared really low, so you can put it in first. You put it in first gear, and you can pop the clutch, and it won't stall. So it's a really good vehicle to learn how to drive standard on. So if you're doing hill starts, it's convenient for that. So we definitely need to get it up and running and get it going again. So enough jabbing, let's get this unloaded and see what we can do. But first, we gotta let the foreman out. Come on, Brutus. Good boy.
Definitely needs a bed liner.
Yeah, definitely needs some work. But here's the fuel tank. It's a good metal fuel tank. Oh, it's actually got a drain plug on it. So that's one of the things we should do, is drain it. I'm thinking it's just super old, and it probably had fuel sitting in it for a while, and it picks up something every once in a while. So that excites me that it's got a drain plug. Definitely needs some work, but nothing we can't handle. Some new tires, a lift.
Maybe if you need to have any of the taillights, or maybe that's not necessary. I don't know.
I don't think it's necessary. We're not going to be bringing it on the road. So a tailgate would be nice. If we could get a hitch on it, would be kind of cool. So that way if you want to tow anything, you can. It'd be nice to set it up if you had a chipper and you put a box on the back of this, and then you could just chip stuff and put it right in the back. And then when you need a wood chips, you just go dump it wherever you needed it. Or just moving compost around or spent bedding.
So we really got this mini truck because it was something I really, really wanted. So I kept bugging and bugging out, and then he saw one and I said, let's get it. So this is why we have this project. And it's just been on hold a little bit. Again, kind of my fault, not really my fault, but things going on with me, it put it on hold.
And Gina really liked this one because it's left-hand drive and not right-hand drive. Most of these come from overseas, so they're driven on the right-hand side, not the left-hand side. This one was sold originally in southern New Hampshire to a campground in Maine, is what we found out. So that's why it's kind of beat up. It has very low miles, but I'm assuming just the campground employees didn't really care too much about it. Well, when we get in there, we'll check the odometer, but it's crazy low miles. And also a lot of these are usually in kilometers. This one is in miles because it was sold in the US, so it's kind of cool.
I really would like it to be automatic and not a standard, but it's a good one to learn on. So it's good for me to learn how to drive a standard, I guess. I did a little bit, but this one doesn't go super fast, so we should be good.
Going up. I love this trailer. It makes moving stuff so easy. We got the winch on it. I should get a wireless remote winch for it so I could sit in the cab of this and I could just roll myself down, or if we're moving a tractor around, you can just do it one person. All right, let me put my window down.
Come here and sit.
I remember the smell of this. It smells like an old car.
Old car?
Old car.
I didn't know if you were going to say like mice or something.
So this thing has 4,000 miles on it. All right.
Ready?
Yep. That's all she wrote. She won't roll any farther. I want to thank AG1 for sponsoring today's video. I take AG1 every day in the morning. It is my nutritional supplement. It is loaded with over 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced ingredients. We eat healthy, but not everything we need is in our diet. But by taking AG1, I know they have my nutritional needs covered. The best part is it is so easy to make part of your daily routine. The way I do it is I mix 2 ounces with 6 ounces of apple juice, and then I take 1 scoop of AG1, put it in the shaker bottle they give you, and then I take their vitamin D3 and K2 and take 2 to 3 drops daily. 1, 2, 3. Shake it up, and it is that easy. The best part is it tastes delicious. It tastes so good that I look forward to drinking this every morning. So I get up about 3:30 in the morning, I do my stretching, I do all that good stuff, and then I take my AG1 and I'm sipping and enjoying my AG1 while I am editing the YouTube videos. That's my morning routine. And if I don't take my AG1, I know it because I get tired and sluggish and I'll be like, oh, what happened? I haven't taken my AG1 for the day. It hasn't happened to me in a long time because I make AG1 a priority, so I don't feel that way. I want to thank AG1 for sponsoring today's video. And right now, AG1 is offering new customers $20 off when they sign up and subscribe. You also get the AG1 shaker, the canister for free, 5 free convenient travel packs, and up to a year's supply of the vitamin D3 and K2. So click my link in the video description down below or use the QR code that is right here. Thanks AG1 for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's get back to the project. I love our N&N tilt deck trailer that we got from Scott's Recreation. That thing comes in so handy. The chickens love it too. I don't know if you guys saw them under there, but they're already under there and I just offloaded it. It's where they like to hang out in the day when they're not in their coop right now. So it serves a few purposes. All right, we gotta get air this front tire first and then see if the battery is good, or if we gotta start charging the battery and see if we can get it to crank over. I don't think we can. We're gonna give it a try. They're a little dry rotted, but it's enough to move it around. I'm kind of hoping working on this project will help us figure out a good way to organize the shop and what we need for tools and where we want to have everything. So that would be nice. I already know we need an air compressor. This one will put air in a tire, but it won't do much else. So I did leave a spot in the powerhouse where we have our grid down off-grid solar system. So we can put an air compressor in there. And then at some point we'll have to plumb the shop so we can have air wherever we need it with the air compressor in its own separate room. So now let's get in and see if the battery's completely dead. The battery was new when we got it, but it's been sitting for a while. All right, what are the odds?
Come on, come on.
No, completely dead. Nothing. Okay, I was kind of expecting that, but it would have been kind of cool if we had some. Let me go get our booster and we'll put it on and see if that works.
I also got a little bit of mouse poop, so we better get that taken care of.
It is just a little lawnmower battery, so it's not like it's anything major. But it was brand new. That's the fuel pump. So I definitely think it's a fuel issue, the way it's cranking over. So let me check the fuel gauge. I don't remember if it works or not. It says a quarter of a tank. So I think, if I remember correctly, when it got that low, it didn't work. And I'm thinking it's like crud in the tank. So I want to drain that tank out first.
So we leave it here?
So we'll leave it here. Let me get a plug. I got a 5-gallon bucket. We'll drain out what's in there, and then we'll put some good gas in it, and then we'll see if we can get it running. And that'd be cool if we could. One of the things that's kind of a pain about this is the pump to run the dump body piston is hydraulically controlled off of the engine. It's not electronic. So if your motor's not running, you can't jack up your body. And a lot of the stuff to work on, the motor is right there. So half of it, I guess you could take that container hole off, but half of it's under the bed, the other half is under the seat. So at least if we can get it running, we can jack up the bed, lock it in place so it can't come back down on us, and we can easily work on everything under there.
Worst case scenario, I can always just turn it into like a patio sitting area or something.
You can push it up to your secret garden area.
It could be like my jack.
You can use it as a bench up there.
Yeah.
All right, so let me get a jack. I'll jack up that side a little bit. Well, the jack's pretty easy. Bam. Okay, let me get that loosened up first. Ooh, that actually broke free. Man, that gas stinks.
Oh,
It smells like varnish, like just bad gas.
I mean, it probably is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Smell it?
Yeah. Is it dirty?
No, it's actually coming out a lot better than I thought it would.
Maybe it's water.
No. I just wonder if maybe the fuel pump doesn't pick up that low that good, or maybe the bad stuff is always settled to the bottom. I don't know. But we'll drain that out, and we got some ethanol-free gas we'll put in it. Hopefully we can get it running. Get it in the shop, lift the bed up, and then we can look it over and give it a tune-up and get it running good. It always cranked fairly decent. You'd have to pump it like 2 times because there's no choke on it. I just saw some nasty crud come out. And then it would stay going. But once the fuel got low, it did not like starting. So maybe it's a fuel pump issue. But we could hear the fuel pump running. So it could be a fuel filter issue. All right, there's a lot more fuel in there than I thought. It's like 3 gallons. It looks like apple juice and it stinks. So definitely a good thing to drain the tank. I have some non-ethanol gas we'll get in and we'll see if that'll do it or not. All right, we got some new fuel to put in. And I got the battery charging up, so hopefully we can get this thing started easily. I was only gonna put a little bit of gas in here, but I'm wondering if there's an issue with the pickup tube, so I'm gonna put the whole 5 gallons in. If I have to, we can always drain it back out into a 5-gallon bucket if we need to drain the tank for some reason. I know it's got an easy drain and it's been flushed, and this is good non-ethanol gas. This will last a while. So I'll just go ahead and put all 5 gallons in it. What do you say, Brutus?
Is that a good plan? Huh? Brutus? Brutus?
All right, that'll do it. You definitely need a little pump to get into this tank because the filler neck is under the bed.
Make a mess.
All right, what do you think? Is it gonna start?
It's gonna start. Will it start?
All right, let's find out. I might have to put my boost pack back on it. We'll see.
That sounds good.
It's the fuel pump running.
Is that good?
Yeah, we'll let it cycle for a minute.
I think I need to buy some nice, pretty duct tape. Do my doors over.
All right, no radio. You got a toothpick holder. That's somebody's toothpick.
Ew, get that out of there. Are you serious? Is that, it looks like there's something on the toothpick.
Well, I've never put that there.
That's disgusting. We obviously didn't pay much attention before.
No. You ready?
Do it.
Well, let's start.
Come on. Woohoo!
But will it stay running? Wow. This thing's...
It's got some smoke coming out the back. A little bit.
So keep the bugs away.
No?
Will it idle?
It's gonna,
I think it will. All right, ready for your dump body?
Oh, wait, your jack's in the way. The jack's in the way. That's all you have to do is push that thing.
You gotta uncover it, you open it up, and then...
Yeah. Oh. Come on, you can do it. Come on.
give it some gas.
It probably needs a pressure washer to it.
Oh, it's got a fuel filter. We should replace that.
Where
I bet
is
you that's
that?
one of the issues. Right there on the tank.
I don't
Good
see
to
it.
know.
Where's the...
So this thing has a pretty robust piston
Yeah, it does.
for such a small little truck. So right back here, there is a fuel filter. Let me get on the other side. This cruddy little thing is a fuel filter.
Wow.
So we should replace that. That might make a big difference. This right here is probably another fuel filter.
Is that dirt or is it?
I think that's just dirt and grime. I got an air filter right here, it looks like. We've never touched this thing. I mean, I put gas in it and run it, that's about it. I got some filters. I don't remember if I got an air filter or not. A little cruddy, but not too bad, really.
I mean, it's pretty dirty.
It's a Wix. I got the number on it, so I can always pick up a fuel filter and an air filter for it. I mean, I don't see any dead mice or anything.
I was
in
just
there.
gonna say, there would be a nest in there. like a lot of dirt.
If you guys know where to get parts and pieces, I'll have to get the year. I think this is an 88 Daihatsu Hijet. I'd like to see if we can get a kit to convert this into four-wheel drive. This is a really clean vehicle. And then it's got a leak underneath. I don't know what kind of oil leak it is, so I want to get that done up and just kind of go through it and fix it up. But four-wheel drive would definitely be nice. So if you know a place where to find that kind of stuff, leave it in the comments. We need tires and rims, and I like to do a lift kit to it. So if you guys know of anything for a lift kit, also let me know. The rear springs, we could definitely put like a shackle extension and pick that up. I'm not sure what we can do for the front. We'll definitely have to get it inside and see, but want to take it for a ride?
Yeah, I want you to take me for a ride.
You're gonna drive.
Let's see you run it first, and then maybe I'll get in the driver's seat.
All right. Look at this. It's even got a safety jack. Bam. Got to put it up a little bit higher, and then that'll fall in there and lock, so it cannot come down on you and crush you. I like it. So this thing has never been registered and on the road, so it is nice and clean. There's never been any salt or sand on it, so even though I want to say it's an 88, I'll have to find out for sure. There's no rod on it, so it's really nice and salt, which is awesome. Look at that, just like new.
Okay.
It's good for your microbiome.
I don't think most poop is. Can we move this too?
That's your toothpick. You gotta put it in your mouth.
Oh, it's holding the ceiling up.
Oh man, now you broke it.
Yeah.
Now you need a new headliner.
Duct tape.
Oh man.
There's no cup holder.
No, there is not. So you gotta kind of do this, and then you gotta do this. Oh no, this is where I used to put it right there.
Wow, this sound seems like it's gonna be great.
Okay.
Coffee on the face.
Let's see if it'll start.
I can't even get really back away from you. Close up. On your racetrack. Where are we gonna drive to?
I guess I should put my dump body down.
Well, you sure it's not gonna blow up or something?
I mean, we'll find out.
Should I get out?
No, we're good. Ready?
Are you sure the tires aren't gonna go flat? Oh. Slow down. I'm gonna throw up.
You're gonna throw up?
Stop.
We've only started.
Yeah, but there's like, stop. Slow down. Niggers. Please stop.
We'll see if it's still smoking. Maybe on the ride up here, we've been getting rid of the mosquitoes. You driving? It's not smoking no more, so it's probably just had oil buildup from sitting around for a while. But, cool. I'm gonna go around the pond.
Slowly,
It's not in my vocabulary.
please.
It definitely needs a suspension upgrade. I hit that little bump over there going like 5.
It hurts.
It didn't hurt, but it bumped pretty good. You think you can handle the power of this thing?
Wait till a bump comes, maybe. I'm scared of the bumps.
They only hurt for a second.
And I don't remember how to shift or use all the pedals. This has been a long time.
All you gotta do is put it in first gear, release the clutch, and you're good to go.
There's so many different things to do at one time. My brain doesn't do well like that.
The furthest one over is your clutch.
This is my clutch.
Yep. Brake, gas.
Now go back to my brake.
Yep. You broke it.
Are you serious?
This is what I was doing 2 years ago when we parked it. It's definitely a carburetor issue because it'll run. When I shut it off earlier, it backfired. So I don't know what the deal is.
Is the carburetor's back here?
Come on, girl, come on. It wants to go.
I think I'll flood it.
No,
Oh, that felt different.
The carburetor's got to be gummed up. If I take my foot off, I think it's going to go this time. If I take my foot off the fuel, it'll die. There we go.
I was actually going to try to drive.
I know, but
Do you know how hard it is for me to make my mind up to do something like that?
I know, but I don't want it stalling out and not be able to
I
start it back up.
know.
It's smoking really good again, so I'm not sure what the issue is, but once we get it driving good, or running good, I should say, we'll get you driving. All right, I'm gonna put the dump body up. That way, if I can't get it started, at least we can get back there and work. See, kind of backfires a little bit. So I don't know if that's the issue, if it's something to do with the carburetor, or I wonder if for some reason, I'll have to take off that vent. It's probably like a one-way check valve. I wonder if that's sticking, if there gets too much pressure in there, if it builds up with pressure and I won't let it decompress, if that's the reason why it has a hard time starting sometimes. So definitely filters, we gotta run out and get, and I'll check that. I wanna replace all the fuel lines while we're working on it. This fuel line's really split, very porous, so this definitely could be an issue. Just the fuel line's cracking and it's sucking air. So we'll replace all that and replace the filters. All right, over here I got a fuel filter, an air filter. I got new spark plug wires, new cap, ignition parts, oil filter, spark plugs. Probably gonna have a lot of people ask, yes, I got fuel line and not heater line. I know most of these mini trucks nowadays are fuel injected. This one is not. That goes like that. This goes like this. Slide this back some more. I'm almost gonna say that's probably original. It's pretty cruddy. Yeah, there's some nasty crud coming out of that. All right, I got all the fuel line under here replaced. I replaced the main one going to the tank, to the fuel filter both sides, to the vent. Vent's on order. Let's get this cover taken off, and maybe we can see a little bit more down in here. It is nice working on a vehicle. It's not all rusted up or rotten on it. Stuff actually comes apart fairly easily. I'm not used to that. That's perfect. All right, let's get that off. Let's see what we have under here. All right, let's see if we can get this running again, see how it goes. When we turn the key on, we should hear the fuel pump going, and hopefully we should see the fuel filter filling up. Oh, I can see the fuel coming now. All right, let's see what happens. Yeah. Shut off. Didn't sputter out too much. Okay, I'm gonna try not pumping it and see what happens. Okay, that was not pumping it. I'll try it again. 2 pumps. Foot to the floor. Yeah, it's doing it again. That's the same thing I was doing yesterday. It ran good a couple of times. I shut it off up at the pond and I went to restart it like right after. It wouldn't. I did this for quite a bit when we had it before running, and then all of a sudden it wouldn't start the last time, no matter how much I messed with it before. If I had this happen, if I let it sit, I'd be able to go back out and start it up. So it's almost like it gets vapor locked or something. I'm not sure. I'm definitely thinking it's a fuel issue in with the carburetor, or something is getting stuck just the way it's acting. All right, a couple of things I've just noticed. I replaced this fuel line. It has a split in it. I don't think it goes all the way through, but it could, and it could be getting a little air in. But something more important that I noticed than that, the fuel pump right there has been replaced. That's an electronic one. The original fuel pump is right here, and it runs off the motor. I'm gonna say it runs off one of the lobes to pump it. And the line right here was cut. They put a line from the new electric fuel pump up here, but the old fuel pump has a back line going back and feeding in. They disconnected. This fuel pump does not. It only pumps it to it, and there's nothing to go back if it needs to. So I went ahead and I changed the spark plugs. I'm pretty sure the other spark plugs were original. They were pretty dirty. I put new spark plug wires on it. It's still running the same. Doesn't like to start. Well, the big thing that I noticed is the original fuel pump is mechanical. The new one is electronic. I'm wondering if the new electronic fuel pump is feeding too much fuel and flooding out the carburetor, and if that's why we're having some of the issues sometimes. I'm not 100% sure. Let me know your thoughts on that. I'm thinking about ordering a mechanical fuel pump to see if that's the issue. The carburetor, I have a new one, but it's a new style. They updated them, so it's not the same as this one. So I'm a little leery about switching it over, not knowing what the issue is. I do have a rebuild kit, but I'm assuming that the rebuild kit is for the new style and not this one. So I ordered a repair manual for this, hoping that'll give me some answers. So before I do anything with the carburetor, I want the repair manual to come in. If you guys have any knowledge of working on these, leave it in the comments down below and let me know what your thoughts are. I really want to get this running good. I think this will be very valuable on the homestead with this nice big dump body. But this is where we're going to have to end this video. I was hoping to have it up and running 100%. We've made some progress. We've done quite a few things to it that we know didn't do it. It's definitely a fuel issue, and it's either carburetor related or fuel pump related, or a little bit of both. Let me know your thoughts on that. Thanks for coming along on our homesteading journey. You guys are a huge blessing to us in our homestead. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, share it, subscribe. All of that really helps, and we'll see you right back here in the next video. Bye.